KVGC News Time, 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Time for a look at the news for a Wednesday. It's the second day of May for 2018. Well, the Ione City Council worked on issues that ranged from a statewide immigration policy to street repairs last night. With ground being broken on construction of a new casino in the Jackson Valley, the council also discussed the agreement between Amador County and the Buena Vista Casino. Council members noted that under the agreement, the city of Ione will receive $100,000 annually for public safety, but were concerned that not all the casino's impacts would be addressed. The city also received no bids on a proposal to resurface Sutter Lane, so the council approved a resolution authorizing the city manager to negotiate with construction firms directly to secure a construction contract. The work is expected to cost $66,000. Two-thirds of that will be paid for with the new state gas tax. The council also held a very brief discussion on sanctuary state policies. The council is generally opposed to state measures to limit cooperation between local law enforcement and federal immigration officials. The council rejected any effort to join lawsuits against state laws, but did direct staff to prepare a resolution expressing the city's disapproval of SB 54, the highest profile of so-called sanctuary state laws. And after considering several alternatives, including hiring outside contracting for field maintenance, the council voted to approve the purchase of a new lawnmower for the fields out at Howard Park.
Well, the April 8th shooting of motorcyclist Jack Watts has now been classified a homicide. Watts was found by a CHP officer around 5:40 in the evening, April 8th, on Highway 26 between the intersections of Howard Lane and the Campo Seco Turnpike. Well, the officer noticed that Watts had sustained a gunshot wound and contacted the Calaveras County Sheriff Office. Watts was transported to Mark Twain Medical Center, where he later died. Now, authorities say at this time it's still unclear whether he was shot while riding the motorcycle. The Sheriff Office has declined to provide any info to indicate whether the shooting was related to gang activity, and at this time no suspects have been identified. One man, Michael Parkerson, who was described as an associate of Watts, was arrested at the scene on multiple charges, with at least one indicating he was a member of a criminal street gang. Well, there's no evidence connecting Parkerson as a suspect in the shooting. He is no longer in custody. Now, as part of the investigation, the Sheriff Office has served at least 3 search warrants, one in Railroad Flat, another in Manteca, and at an unspecified location in San Joaquin County. Public video surveillance footage on the Highway 26 corridor between Glencoe, Railroad Flat, and Paloma Road has been helpful in the investigation. Additional evidence found at the scene is now being analyzed by the California Department of Justice Crime Lab.
Well, now that work on the Main Street Bridge in Sutter Creek has begun, the Sutter Creek Business and Professional Association and the Sutter Creek Police remind everyone Main Street businesses are open. The PD cautions when traveling through the construction zone, please slow down and watch for workers. The construction crew has a difficult enough job without the need to dodge traffic, too. The Business Association reminds residents and visitors all Main Street shops, restaurants, and wineries are open for business. When you visit Sutter Creek, please pay attention and remember that old saying, slow for the cone zone.
And the Calaveras County Sheriff Office has announced they'll participate in the upcoming Missing in California event at Sac State. The Sacramento Sheriff Office hosting the Missing Persons Symposium June 9th. Now, this is a free event open to families and friends affected by the disappearance of a loved one and the community and organizations that assist to bring them home. Attendees will have the opportunity to meet investigators and technicians, to share info about their missing loved ones, have documents scanned, provide DNA reference samples from close family members to create a profile for the missing person, and give any additional info they think is relevant to assist in locating the missing person. Families are encouraged to bring photos along with medical and dental records of their missing loved one. The information gathered will be disseminated to respective jurisdictions for each case.
And today, Southern Amador Hospital will host a free diabetes information fair. This year marks the 20th year the hospital has hosted the Diabetes Information Fair to help educate our community on diabetes and diabetes management. Southern Amador Hospital will provide free blood glucose and lipid screenings, educational materials, prevention tools, demonstrations, and giveaways during the event. The Diabetes Information Fair runs today from 9 to noon at Southern Amador Hospital on Mission Boulevard here in Jackson. Quick note also for you, coming up tonight at 6:30, River Pines will be hosting a candidates forum for the District 5 supervisor race. Incumbent Brian Oneto and challenger Andrea Macomb will be on hand. That's tonight. Doors open up at 5, and again, the questions and the event starts at about 6:30. So if you have a question you'd like to submit, get there early to do so. And that's a look at local news on a Gold Country Wednesday morning, second day of May for 2018. Remember, for the latest news, traffic, and weather, 24 hours a day to visit our website, kvgcradio.com. From the KVGC News Center,
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting.